Enter, rejoice, and log in. Enter, rejoice, and log in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and log in.
The chalice is our symbol of the UU faith. If you have a chalice or a candle nearby, we will now light our flame using the same words we use each week at the fellowship. We light this flame as a symbol of the warmth in every human heart. Let the lighting of this flame rekindle in us the inner light of hope, of peace, of love. May we share that light with all people.
Good morning. I am Marie Luna, your Director of Congregational Life. Thank you for welcoming us into your home today. It is good to be together, even in this online format. If you are joining us from another Unitarian Universalist congregation, welcome. If this is your first time visiting the fellowship, I want to extend you a special welcome. I would love for you to connect deeper and get to know us. One way to do that is by joining me for a special newcomer breakout at the end of this service. More information on that later. Today's special bridging service is being led and supported by Kim Hartman, our Director of Religious Education, Reverend Christina Leon Tracy, our Senior Minister, Allie Peters, our Intern Minister, Steve Seek, our Music Director, our wonderful musicians and singers, and Adam Robinson, our AV Tech. And our three youth who are bridging to young adulthood today are Aaron Thibodeau, Lilly Waite, and Rose Williams. Thank you to everyone who has made this morning's service possible. This year, we are focusing on growing resilience throughout our worship services at the fellowship. And now we are beginning the theme of flourishing. We hope that each of us is able to grow and flourish in this community that we have cultivated together. It is now time to settle into your space, wherever you are, to take a deep breath and be present to this time together, even from afar.
Hi everyone, it's time for our Time for All Ages, and Allie and I thought maybe we would practice something here at our fellowship grounds outside. It's a beautiful day, and here we are at our playground. So where's Allie? Oh, there she is.
Oh, hi Christina. Oh, I couldn't find you. I'm glad I see you.
Yeah, well, I'm over here on this side of the playground, and
Oh,
you're all the way over there.
I'm over here.
Come on over here so we can talk about what we were going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know how to get to you, Christina. There's this hill in the way.
Well, could you just go down the hill?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's really steep. I don't want you to hurt your ankle.
I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can get. Maybe if I jump.
Could you jump all the way over?
Yeah. Here.
Okay, big jump.
Oh, I did not
Yeah,
make
no,
it.
that didn't work. That was too small of a jump. There's that slide that.
Oh, I could use the slide, but then I wouldn't know how to get up to you.
Oh yeah, it's a big steep hill again. Huh, what are we gonna do?
Oh gosh, Christina, this is a pickle.
Let's see. Well, there's our beautiful building. What's that?
Oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing, Christina?
Yeah. Fellowship friends, can you type into the chat box? What do we see? What is this?
Perfect. I'll just walk across the bridge.
The bridge!
Oh, here we go.
Oh, how useful.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, it's a little
rickety.
squeaky.
Oh, I made it to you, Christina.
Yay!
Yay.
Here comes Allie. Hi, Allie.
Hi. Oh,
So glad to see you.
glad to see you too. Good tip with the bridge.
Yeah, bridges, man. They're really useful.
Really useful.
You know, today we're actually talking about bridges here at the fellowship. We're going to be talking about those children who are becoming young adults. And we say they're crossing the bridge.
They're crossing, like we're calling it the bridging ceremony. I've heard that before. That makes sense
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So what we're talking about is how bridges are something that connects two points. Like you were over there and now you're over here because of that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if there were no bridges in the world.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there'd be no way to get across big bodies of water.
Oh my goodness. Couldn't get across the Fox River. I couldn't come to the fellowship. Oh no.
Good thing there are bridges.
Good thing there's bridges.
Yeah, so today as we think about bridging, we're thinking about real bridges, but also those ones that are sort of in our minds and in our hearts, those things that connect us across time and space.
Thank goodness for bridges.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. For each we are the breath of our ancestors, we are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of form and dreamers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. For each child that's born, our grandmother's prayers and sings to the heart our grandfather's dreamings. For each child that's born, the breath of our ancestors sings to the heart the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
Today we are celebrating the bridging ceremony where we send our youth into the world as young Unitarian Universalist adults. It's a time of celebration, and it's especially precious for those of us who are involved in our religious education programs. These are the people who have worked hard to do their very best to provide our young people with the proper tools that they're going to need to continue their spiritual search on their own. These are the tools to equip them for their lifelong journey in searching for their truth and their meaning. These are the tools that will help them create a spiritual understanding for themselves of their place within the mystery. And these are the tools that will help them use their spiritual principles as guides to be agents of change. Or, as we say when we extinguish our chalice flame, we build a better world. The most difficult and challenging part of educating a young person in this way is that there is no one right answer. Our fourth principle makes sure of that. So, how do you teach that to a child? It's tough work and it's important work. And we do it every year, and none of it happens on its own. So, right now, I want to take time to acknowledge and honor the individuals who have made the education of our children of this community a priority and who have made it a part of their ministry and who gave of themselves and their time to help light the path for our young people. And all of this during COVID. These are the people who made this year possible. We thank you who were tasked this past year with teaching our kids the how of growing in spirit and the how to find their place within the mystery. Thank you for helping to create beautiful minds to share with the rest of the world. Bridging is the annual ritual that we do to celebrate and honor the symbolic transition of a young person from childhood and youth to adulthood. It symbolizes a person's journey as one moves from one life stage to the next. We use the imagery of a bridge to express this important transition in life. In non-COVID times, we ask our youth to move from one side of the sanctuary where our children and our young people symbolically bid farewell to them in their childhood, to the other side of the sanctuary where our adults on this side welcome them as peers. Today, we celebrate the bridging of Aaron Thibodeau, Lilly Waite, and Rose Williams. All of these bridging youth today have literally grown up in our midst. They've been raised in the Unitarian Universalist faith for many years, if not their whole lives. And in fact, they've most likely been Unitarian Universalists for a longer time, 17, 18 years, than many of us. Let's start the bridging. Okay, kids and young people, we're going to get to use our imaginations right now. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine a bridge. Maybe your bridge is over a stream or a river, or maybe it even goes to an island. Maybe your bridge is really little, or it's made of wood, or it's a rope bridge, or it's even a bridge that cars can go over. When you can see that in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you and all of the other kids at the fellowship are on one side of your bridge. Can you see that? You, your friends, and maybe even some new friends that we just haven't met yet are all standing together. And now I want you to imagine telling our bridging friends, Aaron and Lily and Rose, that it's their turn to say goodbye to their childhood and to travel to the other side of the bridge and say hello to their adulthood. We can tell them, we're excited for you, and we'll also cross into adulthood when it's our turn. So let's go ahead. Let's tell them, good luck, and we love you. And maybe we can even blow them a kiss. And the best thing is is that we can still see them on the other side of the bridge.
Hey, you. Hey, fellowship, how's it going? Hey, guys. My name's Aaron Thibodeau. I'm a senior at Appleton East, and I will hopefully be graduating this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Uh, and I was in the coming of age program about 2 years ago. So now I'm back online with you guys. Good to be back. So graduating, changes, a lot of things going on. And it's kind of asking myself the question, what values from the fellowship that I learned that I want to take with myself through my future? And I remember I was thinking about it. I was trying to put all kinds of crazy thought into it. And I ended up just sitting down and thinking, and love came to my mind, just love. The the fellowship, has pretty much just been a sanctuary, and it's really shown itself to be a place of just love. And I remember going into services in person and even witnessing on my mother's laptop, just seeing so many different people of all kinds coming together and sharing, communicating, and, just putting themselves out there. And I thought it was really awesome. And I think about that a lot, actually. Like when I'm at work, I'll go out of my way to say hi to someone that I haven't seen before, that I haven't talked to much before, and just, love one another. It's really great. And I plan to take that with me through college, as I'll be going to the tech next year, and really just take full advantage of what I might have taken for granted for quite a while, not just at the fellowship, just in general, not really putting as much thought into how beautiful and amazing it is that there's a world around me of people that I can talk to and learn from and share experiences with. So yeah, thanks to everyone for making the fellowship what it is. I'm not leaving town. I'll see you guys. And thanks for listening. Have a nice day.
Hi, I'm Lily Waite. I'm graduating May 26th from Hortonville High, and I'm planning to attend NWTC in the fall for physical therapy assistant school. So I'm really excited about that. But I have a poem to share with you today that's set to music, which is why I have my lovely guitar Lola here. It is about how the world is full of music, and the most important thing to me is just understanding of the world around and what goes on inside our heads and in the outer world. And for me, the guitar really correlates deeply with what vibes with my soul. And I guess the thing is that human beings sing and we dance, and we have this whole culture around music, and so do animals and bugs and trees, and the world is loud. It's not silent. It has its own rhythm. It's got its own patterns. So here is my poem. I hope you like it. The other thing you should know is that this is the sixth string of a guitar, and that note is an E right there. And this is the first string of a guitar, and that note is also an E, but as you can tell, it's a higher E. The world is full of music, from the bees buzzing to the skies thundering. The steadfast sound of song goes on. Our aunts and brothers, our moms and others follow different frequencies of the same tune. different beats they yawn to. They fawn to, are drawn to. Pieces and parts made up of the same bits of stars in the margin. Heartbeats, and we're staying alive to our own melody, but the beat keeps pulling me in. And suddenly I hear the two E's in my head, shaking my core, pulling me forward till it's just me and my guitar. And the first and sixth strings ringing on and on and on. Even after I'm gone, even when I pause, the beat goes on. Thank you.
Although I am journeying into adulthood, my first step won't take me too far from home. I will be attending Lawrence University, and I will continue to be a part of the fellowship. I plan on studying astrophysics. Perhaps looking to the universe is my way of looking within. What's truly inspiring, truly spiritual to me, is the great mystery and great beauty of the universe and all of its contents. From the vibrant colors of flowers to those of galaxies, and the rules that guide them both. I will also continue my musical studies. Music, too, is spiritual to me. There's something special about the way it evokes emotion in a way that is, scientifically, quite fundamental. The mathematician J.J. Sylvester called music the dream, and mathematics the working life, and said that the two were one and the same. In my personal experience, I have found his perspective to be accurate. I still struggle between my desire to maintain the innocence of my youth and my desire to gain knowledge. My curiosity drives me to search for answers, even at the cost of blissful ignorance. I suppose I would have eaten the proverbial apple of Eden, not because I was tempted by Satan to do so, but simply because I wanted to have knowledge. Or perhaps a better metaphor is opening Pandora's box, simply to know its contents. However, I am convinced that more good comes from knowledge than evil. I am leaving my time of innocence now, but a whole new universe of discoveries awaits me. I'll leave you with a line from my favorite hymn. It says, "The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home." As I travel into the wide universe that is adulthood, and begin my study of the literal universe, I remain forever grateful to the fellowship and its people, my spiritual home.
As our young people arrive on the symbolic adult side of the bridge, now it's time for you adults to welcome your new companions. So go ahead and type in your welcomes into the chat box. And if it's your style, maybe send them a virtual hug or a Zoom high five. And as you're writing and welcoming, we share these words from the poem Go Boldly by Jean Olson. May you be brave enough to expose your aching woundedness and reveal your vulnerability. May you speak your deepest truths, knowing that they will change as you do. May you sing the music within you, composing your own melody and playing your song with all your heart. May you draw paint, sculpt, and sew, showing the world your vision. May you write letters, poetry, biography, slogans, graffiti, the great novel, laying bare your words to love and hate. May you love even though your heart breaks again and again. And until the end of your days, may your life be filled with possibilities and courage. Each of our bridging youth shared a different truth, a different understanding of what is sacred in their lives, and a different way that they plan to bring their values into adulthood. And of course, that's all for now. And that is true Unitarian Universalism, and it's beautiful. I, along with the others who have taught in our RE program, have had the privilege of being able to know and love these particular young people for a long time. I remember meeting them all as children, and I can still remember those little faces, and I can still remember those little moments in RE classes and in the sanctuary. And I saw them a lot. Each one of these youth were deeply involved in our RE program, from regularly attending Sunday our religious education classes to going through our whole lives, going through UU identity and coming of age, and now even in BATS. They did the work, and it shows. So Rose and Lily and Aaron, I am so proud of you. And I'm proud of our religious education program. I'm proud of the educational opportunities that we provide for our young people. And I'm proud of the enlightened young Unitarian Universalists that we help to create. Parents are the primary religious educators of their children. But today, those of us who teach and have taught, we can know and take pride in the fact that all that we give and all that we've given can bear really beautiful fruit. This work really matters, and this work is never done. I think that some of you may wonder, what happened to RE this last year? I think that many of you didn't get a chance to see us, but we've been there. At 9 o'clock before the service on Sundays, we have our pre-K through first grade group, and our second through sixth grade group meet for Children's Chapel on alternating weeks. At 11 o'clock, right after the service, our Crossing Paths class for this year for 7th through 12th grade students are meeting this year to explore different Abrahamic faith groups that are present in the Fox Valley. And we've had the great fortune to meet via Zoom with members and clergy from several different faith communities in order to help us learn and understand more deeply different concepts of faith practices. We started a new group at 12:30. It's Lunch Club, and that's for our 9th through 12th graders. And it gives them a chance to meet with other Unitarian Universalist youth and just others who get them. It's sometimes hard being a Unitarian Universalist young person. Because of COVID, both our 5th and 6th grade and our 8th and 9th grade OWL classes were halted. We plan to resume them as soon as we're able to meet safely in larger groups again. And this year, during COVID, we piloted a new Being a Teen or BATS program for all of our high school aged youth. We've based it on some of the elements that we have used for UU identity and coming of age programs. BATS focuses on 4 areas of concentration. It focuses on UU identity, on self-exploration and mentorship, on life skills, and comprehensive sexuality education, where we include some elements inspired by our 10th through 12th grade, our whole lives curriculum. And rather than offering each of these areas as separate classes like we've done in the past, these 4 areas are now intermingled and can be explored throughout all 4 years of high school. So what's next for Ari? I'm really excited. We've got a lot of great things coming up. As we know, change is a constant, and as the world changes and the needs of our students change, we need to change along with them. So we're working to shift our focus less on traditional Sunday school classroom learning and placing more of an emphasis on building community and more of an emphasis on experiential learning. So what does that mean? Let's just talk about the community piece for a minute. For many years, we followed an educational model that, while effective, has been a barrier to our children and, frankly, our community as a whole from really integrating, from really functioning together. In Ari, we talk about fellowship family because that's what we are. I don't know if many of you are a fan of ageism, but ageism can go 2 ways, and we can see that. The ultimate goal is for our fellowship community to really be able to benefit from the gifts that we all, no matter what age, have to share with one another. People learn best through doing, and education is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. We're working to create a new education model that will allow more opportunities for building community among children, a model that will honor different learning styles and better meet student needs, and allow more opportunities for cross-pollination between our children and adults. So what does that look like? Well, our elementary students, the kids in 1st through 6th grade, will no longer separate into age groups. Rather than going to age-segregated classrooms, we'll meet together for a short time as a larger group. We'll gather for a children's chapel, share our joys and concerns, and introduce a topic. And then the kids will be able to choose from a few different options what they want to do to deepen their understanding of the topic through experiential learning opportunities. We actually learned some things through COVID, and we're going to be learning some of those, or taking some of those things that we've learned into the classroom in the fall. What did we learn? We discovered guest stars. What's a guest star? A guest star is a member of our fellowship community who has passion and skills and experiences to share. So, for example, Bart and Beth DeStasio met with us as scientists a couple of times over Zoom this year to lead us in really interesting, pretty cool and fun experiments. And Suzanne Marnaka visited us as a nurse, and she talked with us about how our physical hearts work and the importance of using our hearts to listen and to care for other people. And this is just a couple of examples. So we're going to continue to feature our guest stars and thinking about the population at the fellowship, the possibilities for us are endless. And what better way for our younger people and our adults to learn from one another? It's really exciting. Some of our program areas are going to work pretty much exactly the same as they always have. Our nursery is going to move to the classroom across the hall, and it will be for our babies through 3-year-olds. So our infants will be on one side, and the other side will be for our toddlers who are interested in more movement and different and more advanced toys and activities. 4KK will be much the same as it has been in the past. Our crossing paths for our 7th and 8th graders will continue as it has been. And this year, we're going to explore, for lack of a better word, the Eastern religions of Hinduism and Buddhism and Sikhism. And for those of you who are wondering, hey, wait, what about paganism and humanism and the Quaker faith, etc.? We cover these during summer. We hope to offer early elementary owls, which is our comprehensive sexuality class for kindergartners through 1st graders. On Wednesday nights, we'll offer bats, which is that new teen program. We're going to offer that every other week. And then on the opposite weeks, we'll offer 8th and 9th grade owls like we have been. So that's what we're looking at in a nutshell. We've got a really big year ahead. I'm really glad to be able to celebrate our bridging ceremony with you today. I couldn't be happier for our young bridgers who I know will go into adulthood exactly as they have told you. It's been wonderful to share with you what we've been doing, what we will be doing, and how we're going to keep on working to support our young people in their faith and to share the tools that they're going to need to continue their own lifelong journey.
We are the ones, we've been waiting. 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 We are the ones,
Sharing our individual joys and concerns helps us collectively to grow resilience. Connection is different in a virtual world, but it's still available. If you'd like to share whatever is on your mind and heart right now, you can type your joy or concern into the chat box, and we will hold space for and with you as we worship. If you would like your news included in the weekly care email that goes out this afternoon to members and friends who have asked to receive it, then email Reverend Leah or fill out our website form. After this service, a member of the care team will host a breakout room for anyone who would like to process their life's joy or concern, or anything especially tender that might be present with you in general or today. You'll hear more instructions during our closing words. All are cordially invited. Please be in touch if you would like to connect with a minister or a member of our care team. And now let's breathe into this shared silence and then join in our sung response. Amen.
And we believe in life and in the strength of love, and we have found a need to be together. We have our hearts to give, we have our thoughts to receive, and we believe that sharing is an answer.
This month, we're focusing on flourishing. And so now, as we take part in our morning offering, it's time to imagine a flourishing of generosity. What would that flourishing look like? What would it feel like? What would it mean to have abundance in spirit and in resources? We invite you now into that contemplation of flourishing and invite you to make it real. We know that there are always those among us who are in need. We are here to help. It's why we exist as a fellowship, to be here when you need us. Please don't hesitate to reach out to Reverend Leah, Allie, or to me if you are in need of financial or emotional support so we can offer help. We want to also honor that there are those among us with resources to share and abundance to offer. Our community is gathering virtually, but our expenses are real. If you have never donated to the fellowship or haven't in a while, please do so that our ministries might be able to continue to flourish for the months and years to come. As you hear these words from Suzanne Marnaka, think about why you are a part of the fellowship and why you give. And then, please do. Thank you.
I love the fellowship. I love everyone who goes here, and I love the history. My family, all the way from dedications of grandchildren and children to the honor society and memorial of my mother-in-law. It's been amazing, and how we have been welcomed. In fact, Mark and I celebrated our 20th anniversary with Roger, and then just recently had our 48th anniversary of our wedding. So this is a great place. I really hope you will love it forever. We do.
As we come to the end of our service, we will extinguish our chalice flame, even as we still hold its light in our hearts. As we extinguish this flame, let us go our ways with hope in our hearts, with our spirits renewed, and with a deeper understanding of life's mystery. Let us carry the light of compassion and commitment to build a better world.
After our closing words, we will be having small breakout groups for conversation. In a moment, we'll hear a short postlude song. If you do not wish to participate in any small group conversations, then please feel free to use that postlude music time to log off and to leave this Zoom meeting. If you choose to stay, you will be invited to choose your own breakout group on Zoom. One option will be for newcomers to join our Director of Religious Education, Marie Luna, in a special newcomer group. Another option will be to join someone from our care team if you would like to share more personally and deeply about whatever is on your heart. Finally, there will be 3 separate groups, one for each of our bridging young adults, Lilly, Rose, and Aaron. These groups will be a chance for you to take time to welcome them into young adulthood, to congratulate them on their bridging, and to talk to them about their bridging statements. To allow a chance to visit each bridger, we're going to have multiple opportunities for short conversation instead of one long conversation like we usually do. After about 5 minutes in your group, we will bring everyone back to the large group and give you another chance to choose a different group. We'll do that a few times. If you have any trouble selecting your group, just stay here and we will do our best to help you in a moment. And with that, go in resilience, growing in strength, go in flourishing, opening up to beauty and joy. Go in peace, knowing that we embrace each other, even now, from a distance.